Hi, I'm Carrie Peters, a recognized thought leader in the Microsoft Dynamics community and a Microsoft MVP for business applications. Welcome to the Get Your New View podcast. Keep listening to learn how to increase utilization of your business systems, allowing your Business Central and NAV solution to be a catalyst for your business growth and profitability. When we're done, I'll let you know how you can get in touch to put your goals and ideas into action and start moving your business forward. In this episode, we're going to talk about how iterative process improvement can help your company adapt to change. When you think about it, companies are subject to constant and continual change. I've got a personal theory that companies undergo significant change every 5 years. Think about it just a little bit. If you've been with your company for that long or longer, what was your company like 5 years ago? What did they do? Did they sell the same products and services that they do today? Did they have the same customers that they had 5 years ago? What did your technology look like 5 years ago? What did your team look like? And what did your processes look like? I would bet if you think about it, just in 5 years of natural change with your business, you've seen significant differences in how you do things. And all of these things are a factor. Now, when you think about the times that your company has changed, some of them are small, some of them are big. But overall, in the past, people have not necessarily been good at dealing with change. This has been one of the tough things about change happening. So you may already know that change management is a process that you need to incorporate when change happens, just to get through all that, to get through all of the different things with people's fears and concerns about change. What was it, 10 or 15 years ago, we had Who Moved My Cheese? Well, now the cheese doesn't just move once or twice. The cheese is in constant rotation. So this is a critical soft skill that our team members need to develop. And this is something organizationally we should be developing as a priority to work on. So think about the areas where change needs to happen in your company and think about the people in your company. You'll probably be able to easily identify the people who are going to do better with it than others. And you're going to want to work with the whole team on iterative process improvement in an environment of continual change. If our processes and if our technology is going to continually change, then our processes and process improvement needs to also continually change. So if we put together a cycle of doing that frequently, we will be able to keep up with that pace of change. If you think about the things that have happened in this last year, and it's been a tough year, being nimble as an organization is part of what keeps you competitive. And being nimble with your processes, being able to change them when that change is needed, is a big part of remaining competitive. Think about all the companies that we've heard in the last year who unfortunately have gone out of business or suffered many layoffs because, in part, they didn't have the ability to change. So, what can you do to be able to future-proof your company? You can work on the soft skill of change. And just like anything, in order to do this well, we need to practice. One way of practicing on change is to have a plan for process improvement and how we can incorporate process improvement iteratively over time. I want to talk with you about a company who does a really great job of that, and it's Microsoft. Microsoft is a great example of this. If you think about the products that Microsoft sells, not only our ERP software with Dynamics and Business Central and NAV and others, but also Office products like Excel and Outlook. Microsoft has had a big change with how they do things, especially in the area of ERP software. Even 5 to 10 years ago, and certainly before then, the cycle that we had is if you were a company who is using their product new for the first time, you would undergo an implementation, and at some point you would undergo an upgrade. And the upgrade would be done so that you can take advantage of new features and to keep current and in support with your software. Many reasons, but hopefully because there was a big benefit to your company for what you were getting out of that upgrade. But this could be incredibly expensive. And if you've had your company for a while and you've used ERP for a while, you understand how time intensive and money intensive those type of projects could be. And for that reason, a lot of companies only did them every few years, maybe even longer than that. Microsoft has made a big change in how they manage their software, and they have changed the software so that they have monthly service updates. With Business Central, with this being a cloud product, this is something that really replaces the upgrade process. So the monthly service updates really are Microsoft applying an iterative process improvement to its entire customer base. If you think about that, really, that's a pretty amazing sea change for an entire customer base to be able to change. This was something that was really worth it to Microsoft because one of their biggest problems with getting people to upgrade and stay current with software was the cost. It was much too prohibitive because in the past, before they made some changes in how the code of the product was protected, it took a big reason, an upgrade, with quite a bit of time in the middle for customers to get bug fixes and improvements. So by making those changes, by locking the base code for the product, and by changing customizations so that they're now extensions of the locked code in the base product, Microsoft has made it possible to have iterative improvement delivered to your desktop each and every month directly through their software. This is a pretty amazing story, but actually, if you think about it, Dynamics is a little bit behind some of their other products. Think about Excel. Think about Outlook. How often do you have improvements come through? You don't get notice. You don't have time for training. There isn't time for testing, right? Those things just show up. I just had some new things show up in my Outlook just the other day, and I like them quite a bit. So think about how Microsoft has made themselves future-proof by making their process improvement nimble and pushing that through to their customer base. What can you do in your organization that can be like Microsoft and many other successful companies? You can implement the habit of building flexible processes so that you can adopt change easier in your organization. Here's the action that I'd like you to take this week. Think about the areas where your company struggles with change. What does that look like? Who struggles with it? And what can you do to set the expectation of continual change for your team? In our next episode, we're going to talk about what is the right pace of business process improvement to adopt. I'm Carrie Peters. Thank you for tuning in to the Get Your New View podcast. For more episodes like this on YouTube, click the subscribe button and ring the bell to ensure you get notified whenever new content comes out. If you're listening to the audio podcast, please share an honest review on Apple Podcasts. If you are ready to rethink today for tomorrow, look for the link below and contact us to speak with our expert team. You won't find the level of no-nonsense real-world experience we offer anywhere else, and we're here to put that experience to work for you. Do you think you could use more features of your software if you just knew how? Are you frustrated with inefficiency that never seems to get better? Did your team ever really get good training to understand how to use your business software? Do you suspect that there just has to be a better way, but you don't know what that is? We believe every company can benefit from increased efficiency and higher utilization of their software, and that it's possible to have fun while learning exactly how to do that. The experts at NewView Strategies will tap into the true power of Dynamics Business Central and NAV for your company by helping you to rethink today for tomorrow. Please contact us at getyournewview.com to get started.